Hello, welcome to Module 7. Let's review a little bit of where we came from and then look at where we are and then look ahead. It's been a little while since I put one of these overarching videos in place, and I want to make sure that we have some understanding of where we go in the next couple of weeks. So, first off, let me share my screen. I know this is not going to come through the best because I've got an odd-shaped monitor, but I'll do my best to make sure people can digest what I have. So, I've got the textbook pulled up. First off, for this week, let's focus on this week's assignment, and I'll clarify it on the message board. We are going to do an assignment instead of a discussion board. So I'm going to mix it up. This is going to be you having until Sunday evening. So you don't have to submit something to me by Thursday. This is a week where we are intentionally changing up the structure just a bit to accommodate a little different topic. What I would really encourage you to do is to delve deeply into chapter 7 and chapter 8. And there are reflection and discussion questions at the end of each one of these chapters. For instance, at the end of chapter 8, there are 5 reflection and discussion questions. I'm going to ask in your assignment that you address each one of these in chapter 7. There are also questions at the end of the chapter. And I'm interested to know, I'm going to specify this assignment. So pay attention to the specifications for it as they're released. So please know this week, Module 7, you have an assignment, but not a discussion board. So I don't have to do all of this back and forth. That said, oh no, here it is. That said, I'll clean this up. Going back to our syllabus, you'll notice that we're off a bit. That's intentional. I felt like we needed to get a better overview than that was provided in the course that I inherited back from a course that I built a few years ago. And if you look at, if this computer will cooperate, if you look at where we are, there was a reflection paper for Module 3. This week is going to be modified. This is going to be an assignment. You'll also notice that it says Exam 1 deployed. This was built at a time when fall break was a little different than it is. Fall break does not correspond with this week. We are going to move Exam 1 to next week. So do not look for the exam this week. I wanted to make sure that was clear. It won't be deployed until next Monday morning. And that would be on, for a date, well, for our purposes here, it would be for October the 6th. So please look for that. Otherwise, keep up the good work. Please take some time to delve into these chapters. These few chapters here can be pretty challenging, and I think the assignment also is if you have something coming up for you that's pretty challenging, now's the time where you're not in a group setting and you can share it here. And do feel you have your FERPA protection. I'm not going to go talk to folks about, hey, you'll never guess what they said. I mean, that's between you and me, and what I will say that is if you bring up something that's pretty hard, again, I'm here to support. You're a student. I'm not here to Um, I I'm not here to put overcoming roadblocks in place, or excuse me, impossible roadblocks to overcome in place. I'm here to help you work through some things. So if you're struggling with the content, please reach out. I'm here to help. Otherwise, um, yeah, I'm going to at some point release some structured guidelines, and I'm intentionally holding back on that. And you're like, why? Because it's necessary to be a little perturbed. If you are a little perturbed, that's okay. See what comes up for you as you work through this information. And there may be later modules where it comes up. There are ways to work through things as a professional. And I will share those. And what I mean by work through things is if you have strongly held biases, you have strongly held prejudices, which each one of us do. Each one of us are passionate people. Each one of us care a lot about where we are right now in lives. You all, nothing against people who love numbers, but you all, none of your, if you're in psychology, you probably don't love them the best. None of us are getting an accounting degree, and that's nothing against people that, I know some people that really love numbers, and that's how the world works. But I don't. None of you strike me as a as an individual who wants to go work with numbers. So you have some passion to come and do this and work with people. And a lot of times we can harbor some pretty hard resist. We'll talk about strategies for that. This isn't the week for that yet, though. So that is coming. Gang, again, please reach out if you have questions, if you're struggling with something, I'm here. Otherwise, I look forward to your assignments at the end of next week. See ya. Or this week, end of this week, sorry, Sunday.